Hello everybody. Let's see. Good morning-ish. Okay. Hi, my name's Kalin and I'm coming at you again with another pre-breakfast unload of ideas, dropping the knowledge bombs kind of video. So, let's do the warm-up thing first. This is where you just fire up the engines and you bring up that whole chi situation and the energy and the good vibes going and flowing. Whoo! Oh man, it's just still much too much computer time, many lost nights and weird sleep cycles and all that. But with the help of these amazing videos, I think we can help each other out here. Let's say I can use these videos to sort of triangulate and loop my way into a high-speed motion kind of thing, wherein everything that's low energy and low vibes and weird like that will just simply fall off, and you guys can benefit all kinds of laughs and giggles as I mess with my phone here. Let's see how this works. I feel like I need something to basically loop the energy around. But let's see what I wanted to express here. So I'm saying the energy that we have, it goes from here, as we breathe and move, it comes out, so up and out the arms and out the fingers, right? You can use this like Jesus did, like you can do healing with the fingers, you can do pressure point things in massage, you can do martial arts like Shaolin or the Wudang masters, all kinds of things, right? You can do medicine, you can do, depending on how you flavor that energy coming up here. If it's explosive, you can do martial arts. If it's more continuous and flowing and balanced, you can do, you put this on some pressure points and it just flows really nice and smooth into the person you're looking to heal, and it's very likely going to work. Now, what I'm saying is this process of how this energy comes up and out and all that is something that's been very well known in ancient times, because people had to use it, and so they empirically found out what works, what doesn't. And it's not so much known now that we've put ourselves under a spell of several thousand years of blah blah. Okay? When we do the actual movements and things, and we actually, when we use the proper sounds and the proper movements, and we just empower ourselves, when we see that outside, it reminds us to empower ourselves. So we, in a sense, empower each other, right? If we do the proper bird dances and kung fu dances and all that stuff, we remind ourselves to, for instance, not remain like this, limp. Hands all limp. Oh my god, blah blah, my life is so blah. Why is my life so blah? My anxiety causes my blah blah. My depression causes my bipolar to go ADHD. So you see what's happening? It's like we're birds here, man. And the cleverness of our songs, if that makes sense to you. So how clever the signals go through your neural network, and how clever and energetic and artistic they come out. This will show how much energy we're putting out and what kind of vibe we put on the others, okay? And if there's a lot of dumb birds putting a lot of dumb vibes, like we make a network of stupid, basically, right? And this is what's been happening for many thousands of years now due to imbecile use of alcohol and more recently cigarettes, like commercial crap and all kinds of sodas and juices and noise, a lot of noise, combustion engines and raw, and the stadium, you put a bunch of thousands of people in a stadium and you feed them all alcohol and meat, and they scream and they howl and bleh. It's just no connection, it's just no smooth vibe, it's just not birdie, man. It's just not nice and birdie and right? So, see what I'm saying here? There's the alcohol vibe, and you can see it here, you know, here. If you look at me, you're gonna see this depression. I'm doing something that I don't like to be doing. I'm going at this job that I hate. You can see it here, and you can see it here in the arms, because a bird that is happy will have its wings up. It will do like this. It will do like whee. You see what I'm saying here? This is going whoosh, just beautiful. And this will dance and sing and do 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 do. So it will show you its feathers that it found in the forest, and so on and so forth. It will be a beautiful explosion. It will be a beautiful explosion of feathers and colors and sound and lovely vibes, okay? And you cannot really find that in places that are so rough and coarse and blah as made by alcohol and just pure linear human logic. Yeah, do this because I said so, blah, 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 right? Now, where are we going with this? 6:20. We are going in the following direction, if you wish to follow, which is a big question for the birds, but I mean, make your own choices. So, linear logic goes kind of like straight line. This and that. The bird way does not. The bird way, even if it goes in a straight line, at least it's gonna wiggle. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, catwalk models. Kids in the playground. Skipping through the forest. Oh, hello, Red Riding Hood. What you got in the basket? Oh, mushrooms. Epic. So, what I'm saying is, the energy flow of the high energy patterns that are coming upon this planet once again, I mean for the humans, you gotta understand that they don't go straight like this. They go in a sine wave patterns. So they form these snake-like patterns, spiraling motion, right? Which is, it spin stabilizes something. Even if it goes, like I said, even if it goes straight, the energy is spin stabilized. But this means if it's spin stabilized and it goes like this, then there's a radius and there's a rhythm to it, right? So it goes from point A to point B, and it's not just it's like right? So there's music to it, there's a sound to it, maybe there's a color to it, or actually a rainbow of colors to it, a cycling going on, right? A cycling just like the seasons, like a heartbeat, like a and that is for living creatures, that is dynamic. For mechanical crappy devices like most humans have been making, it is rigid, set in stone, right? Not so cool. So I'm saying the new wave of energy is coming. This is coming in many ways, in many people, in different flavors, but it is coming. You see people just getting to these, oh, my job doesn't fulfill me, I want something else, I want something bigger, I want something to fulfill my heart and my chest with the most beautiful things. I want something that makes me sing, okay? Not just in the shower, but outside as well. So people are looking for something to unlock their hearts, their potential, their inner bird to sing, and their inner wolf, and and all that. Where again am I going with this? I'm seeing in my head the sphere of thoughts that I've been chasing and putting together, and it sort of makes sense, but I'm nowhere near the center yet. I'm just circling something, okay? And I hope you're with me for the circling. It's like this motion, right? We're going somewhere. We're not going just straight necessarily. It's something that's looking to express itself, not just through me. I'm just one voice in many saying the same thing, speaking about the same singularity, the same evolution. It's coming up. And let's see where this goes. Okay, so the humans for the past couple of thousand years have been forgetting these energies, how this works, how the sound connects to the cells, to the awakening, and so on and so forth. But, the birds and animals of this planet and the fish and all the other stuff, they have not been forgetting this. That's why you have things like epic Shaolin Kung Fu styles learned from a mantis, learned from a bird, learned from a snake. Because they, like I'm saying, monks, people who have been training their attention really hardcore to notice stuff, they've been looking at these beings and noticing, hey, wait a minute. It's like, allegedly I'm smarter because I got a bigger brain, but look at that bird, look at that thing, what it's doing there. It's able to put significantly more impact at the end of its strike than I am. So it has a much more efficient flow of energy from here to here. It just fires like a bullet, right? How does it do that? And by studying this aspect of energy flow, just the martial art aspect, for instance, they would notice things. Hey, if you do this, for me to optimize my body to do that strike right, I have to liberate my brain from all the areas and the worries and the crap that slow my action down. So somebody that's worried will flinch and not have the reflexes. Somebody that's free of worries, lightened up, so known as enlightened, it's like just loose, right? It's just like Bruce Lee, like Chuck Norris, like what's up? Woo! Because their neurology not being caught up in the past or the future, worries and whatnot, they'll be all here. They'll have all neurons here, anyway, significantly more than the average pedestrian, more neurons here to deal with the present moment. And whoever can bringeth the most neurons freely here, just partying with the present moment, just flowing and partying and playing with the present moment, that bird will be the most able to use its full reflexes, right? If anybody tries something funny, whoever has got the most presence here will notice first. See what I'm saying? So at the very least, you're not going to be the one that the shark gets, you're going to be the first guy running. Shark or lion or whatever is going to get the laziest guy, who's most zoned out. So, what am I saying here? I'm just saying, all this video started by, a bit earlier by me thinking about the word holy, as in holy water or holy or sacred space and stuff like that. What does that mean? I don't know what that means for you, but as I understand it, if I say this object is holy, right? I can do, it's holy. What it means to me is something like, of all the sacred divine energy that's going outside there through everything, because all of this is made of that, somehow by some epic means, this object is flowing through it more divine energy, or it has concentrated inside it more divine energy than the surrounding reality. Okay, that would be, to me, that would be sacred. Now, please observe that all of nature responds to other parts of nature as if they're sacred. A male of a species will respond to an epic female of the species in pretty much the same way. And this is not a human specific behavior. This is like any male of any species, especially during mating season, they will notice, whoa, whoo, wow, what are they noticing here? What is the difference between this thing and some other gibberish, I don't know, this one? they will notice different proportions. They will notice that it's put together nicely. If it makes a sound, the sound comes out harmonious. It's harmonious with itself, it's harmonious with the rest, it's smart, it's clever, doesn't make unnecessary noise, doesn't make too little noise. If it needs to sing, it sings. If it needs to be quiet, because of predators and whatnot, it's quiet and perceptive. Something that exhibits a lot of these qualities and a lot of similarities to oneself, so that it's understandable, would be considered sacred. Now, we humans have a word for this. It's like, wow. It's like, wow. It's sort of, how do I explain this? Like, if you can think of a magnetic field, you know how it goes like this? It sort of attracts things. Like if there's a metal thing here and a magnet here, if you throw the magnet like this, it will just mind its own business until it reaches a magnetic field, and then it will start to be affected and loop around it, and then get, right? So this thing that's magnetic will distort surrounding reality, attracting certain things to it and repelling others. If you think about your own eyeballs, your own, you're looking at the visual field, there's nothing special, nothing special, nothing special, you're just zoning and whatever, and then oh boy, oh Lord, it's so hypnotic. And the point is that it's something that you perceive as sacred to you will have this property that it will sort of deviate, it will make you deviate or convince you to deviate, or you will deviate yourself in that direction. Keep flowing your energy and your attention into it. So I have these things here, and if I perceive this one as being sacred and special and precious and so on, oh my Lord, this is so amazing. This one could be on fire, it could have Ebola, the plague, I don't care, no, But what I'm saying is, if you look how this happens, first of all, living beings have a way of doing this, of attracting certain things that make them stand out. I'm standing out hopefully from my environment, and also from other videos if you're watching. And I'm saying, if you think in terms of electricity, in terms of certain types of chemistry, like certain beings, certain biological patterns will do this. If you have a bird like this, or a rabbit, a tiny little, oh, look at it, oh my God. What we're looking at is how amazingly it traps our energy and surrounding energy into a pattern that's so nicely designed, so nicely evolved, so harmoniously, right? Like the rabbit, it's so fluffy, and oh my God, look at the sound that it makes, and it just does something that's very, very special to our reality, and it spreads the good vibes. What am I saying here? What am I saying here? I'm just saying that if you think of, it's like we decide what's sacred and what's not. If you actually follow the flows of divine sacred energy, everything that's alive runs on them, for better or worse. If you take, like, say, a crocodile, something scary, take a crocodile, and you look at an egg, okay, and you see a newborn crocodile, you're gonna find ways to relate there. For some reason, young beings of most species have this property, like even if they're monsters when they grow up, when they're young, we can relate, because we've been young. We know what it's like to be clueless, and oh my God, oh, look how clueless it is, oh, I've been like that. Before it learns its ways. Man, I feel like I'm not, okay, like I'm not expressing what I wanted to say with the sacred thing. So, let's see about this. So, energy comes up from here, goes out like this, does the sine wave pattern thing, and at certain times, it loops like in an atom or molecule. So if you think about atoms, how atoms stick together, simple atoms like H2O, right? You have two things like this, two hydrogens, one water, and electrons are moving in certain patterns. Some move just like this, but some are shared, and they keep the whole thing together because they move like this. So what I'm saying is, whenever something is stable like that, and it looks harmonized, but it has a mix of both static energy, right? The H2O molecules, the centers are like this, but the electrons are not. The electrons have a path which is just... So they found a stable path that is basically fun to run in. Right? If you have this, oh, beautiful, right? It sticks together. Living systems are an evolution of that. So you take some water with some magnesium, with some stuff, and it keeps building on itself. Keeps building on itself. You can do this with ideas. You can do this with art. You can do this. That's why composition is so important. You want to have certain things so that it leads the eye around, not too fast, not too slow. There's no bumping into edges of the painting. It's just everything flows really nicely, and so on and so forth. It's stuff like this, okay? It's stuff like this. If it flows like this, it's beautiful. If it's like this, staying together, nicely, nice, right? It's not. Something's off here. What might be off here? We don't know, but something's not flowing quite right. And I wanted to say that what am I wanting to say here? So that this energy, that the divine energy that we run on, I think everything makes it. Either receives it or makes it. So it's in all living creatures. As they digest food, as they sleep, they gather the stuff. And then they put it out there by eyes, by attention, by motion, by doing something. And they can put it in each other, right? So a wabbit will put it into a female wabbit, and a female wabbit will put it into a male wabbit or its young. And it's just this flowing of energy, flowing of electrons, flowing of bioelectricity from one creature to another, from human to its pets, from human to its cats, from cats to whatever it's playing with. And we can also put it into objects. Give an example. Any kind of art that we make. This is very colorful in real life, but you know, black and white planet here. So this is an ojo de Dios, and it's basically two barbecue sticks, bamboo sticks with some string that I have taken time to carefully wrap like this and change colors and balance the colors out and so on and so forth until it looks like I like it. And I could make another one that's super neglectful, just one color or whatever, and yeah, there, I made it. But it wouldn't hold as much energy as this does.